Championships, a new carnival concept for Australian racing, have arrived. On day one this Saturday, the three mouth-watering headline races include the $2 million ATC Derby, the $2.5 million TJ Smith Stakes and the $3 million Doncaster Mile. This year, the Doncaster Mile boasts its most international field of contestants ever, both human and equine. Hong Kong's leading two riders, Zac Purton and Joe Moreira, will take their place in the race and aim to keep the Bohemia flag flying high on the international stage following the remarkable success of local horses Sterling City and Amber Sky in Dubai. Purton unites once again with the Chris Waller-trained Sacred Falls, on which he finished in 4th place last start in the Group 1 George Ryder Stakes at Rose Hill.
Speediness starting to dive up along the inside, and Gordon Lord Byron is making ground, but Speediness hit the front with 100 to go from Gordon Lord Byron. Speediness just in front. Gordon Lord Byron dived through, and Gordon Lord Byron has won it from Speediness in El Roca.
Well, initially I was a little bit disappointed. He's meant to be a wet tracker, and it was a wet track on that day in Drew Barrier 2, and I had a beautiful run the whole race. He's a horse that does seem to get a little bit far back in his races, and Chris said to me to you know, have his mind on the job and be positive from the gate and try and have him a little bit closer if I could. He's a type of horse that Chris said, yeah, you had to keep at him the whole race, but you know, he jumped really well and he travelled really good for me. We're only 3 pairs back, so I thought, well, in the right position, and like I said, the track was there to suit us, but when I asked him for an effort, he was very, very flat. He couldn't pick up, and you know, it was weight for age, so he had to carry a big weight as well, and I think that may have had some bearing. He also raced a bit flat second up last preparation and then come out and won the Doncaster, but once he got through that flat patch, he sort of stayed onto the line okay. So all in all, second up, probably needed the run, carried a big weight, coming back to handicaps is going to suit him again, and you know, he's got a liking for Randwick, so you know, I'm a little bit more positive now than what I was initially after the race. So hopefully we just get the right run in the race now, and you know, it is a handicap. It's usually suited to horses that are well weighted, and being a winner last year, he's got to carry a little bit more weight this time, but you know, the way he ran the other day and the way he ran in the spring suggests that you know, he can still win it, so we just hope for the right run.
Sacred Falls is one of a remarkable 6 runners that Chris Waller will saddle in the race, including the top weight Boban and impressive last start winner Weary, which will be ridden by Tommy Berry.
And Weary beat Lee Baz, I'm imposing 3rd, then Malavio, Destiny's Kiss and Capers.
Tragically, Berry lost his twin brother Nathan to the catastrophic Norse syndrome last week. Nathan was farewelled on Tuesday at a special service attended by more than 2,000 people. A win for Tommy in one of the majors this weekend would be sure to set racing's emotions going. Joe Moreira is no stranger to Australian racing, having competed down under in the past. His Doncaster Mile ride is the former French-trained galloper Slow Pace. A Group 3 winner at Longchamp, Slow Pace has only had 1 start in Australia, when he ran an encouraging 3rd in the Newmarket Handicap on the provincial circuit at Newcastle.
And Capers on the inside, a big finish, but cheer!
The addition of the Magic Man to the saddle on this 6-year-old will certainly lift his hopes, but that will be unlikely to be enough to beat some fierce opponents in the race, including the Hawks team's in-form Massini. The 5-year-old has won his last 7 starts consecutively. He is unbeaten in 2 runs this campaign, with a victory in the Group 2 Ajax Stakes last time out.
Malavio will get 3rd, followed by Ecuador.
In the Group 1 ATC Derby this weekend, Criterion will run favourite. The chestnut son of Sebring won the Rose Hill Guineas last start by 3.5 lengths, running away. In that impressive win, he beat some big names, including recent New Zealand Derby winner Pacini. Pacini wilted with the tail enders in the Rose Hill Guineas after over-racing, but the Colts trainer says the horse has pulled up well and he's expecting considerable improvement for the Derby. Craig Williams will take over the riding from Michael Walker. One horse that benefited from the strong early pace in the Guineas was runner-up Thunder Fantasy. The Damien Oliver mount is currently ranked on the 3rd line of Derby betting, behind Criterion and Pacini.
Terranado will get 3rd in front of Savvy Nature.
Another highlight this Saturday is the Group 1 TJ Smith Stakes, in which Australia's latest sprinting hero Lankan Rupee will star. The horse with the distinctive white love heart marking on his face will race the Sydney way of going for the first time and comes off wins in Melbourne in the Oakley Plate and the Newmarket Handicap. Gordon Lord Byron, a horse familiar to Hong Kong race fans, will add a strong international angle to the race. The Irish galloper has proven his liking for Australia already, with a win in the Group 1 George Ryder Stakes last start.
And Gordon Lord Byron is making ground, but Speediness hit the front with 100 to go. From Gordon Lord Byron, Speediness just in front. Gordon Lord Byron dived through, and Gordon Lord Byron has won it from Speediness in El Roca.
This Saturday, all of the major races boast fields of great depth and talent, the perfect way to launch the championships to the world.